Hello Wargamers, it's Harry here from Tabletop Banter, just bringing you a quick video on my Skaven. So these guys are from the Spire of Dawn set that you may have seen me unbox last week, and I've got them all painted up super quick. So this was an experiment to see how quickly I could get an army built up, and I managed to build and paint the entire Spire of Dawn set in between 4 and 6 hours, sort of like it was a long evening basically. So you can see the basic clan rats in front of you. So you get 40 of these guys, and they're actually incredibly easy to paint, especially the way that I did them. So everything I've done in this army is just dry brushing, with the only exception being a couple of details on some of the characters and the eyes. So the first thing I did is I put down a base coat of a quite a dark brown, and then I just sort of laid it up with lighter shades, so going from that dark brown, which was scorched brown, I've forgotten what it is now, basically going from that up to Ushabti bone, so right up to the top of the scale, and I actually did that as more of a gradient. So I started off with that dark brown, scorched brown, whatever it's called now, and then another sort of layer of Mornfang brown, but just on the sort of the top 2/3 of the model. And then I did a bit of dry brushing with some reds, and a bit of dry brushing with some silvers. So this is lead belcher and corn red used on these guys. And then once that was done, then I went back over again with a dry brush of Ushabti bone. And the reason I did that Ushabti bone dry brush, and that was just on sort of the top of the model here, so you can see how the top of the model is a lot lighter than the bottom, is then that almost naturally highlights it. So you've got a natural highlight on the red there, and a natural highlight on the silver there, and it just helps even out all those mistakes. And then the last thing I did was simply dot the eyes with a bit of red, so you can see these guys have got a bit of red. And it was just an incredibly simple paint job, and I did that for the whole of the set. So here we can see the exact same process on the rat ogres. Obviously these are quite big models, but I just did the exact same thing. So you can really see that they've got that gradient going from dark to light, but again that was just really easy dry brushing. I didn't even wash the brush between the dry brush layers. That's how quickly I wanted to get these guys done. I didn't want to wait for that brush to dry. As soon as I finished with the dark brown, and I did the dark brown for all the models, and then I did the Warnfang brown for all the models. And I just went from, as soon as I finished with that brown and that brush, obviously because it was very dry, there wasn't much cross-contamination, just went bam, brush straight back into that Mornfang brown pot, and just continued painting these guys up. And they got no details on them. Well, obviously the models do have details. I feel this really sort of brings out, in a way, the natural look and shape of the models. And it's just incredibly basic scheme. And it works on these larger models, so you can see even on the plain backs it works quite nicely, builds that gradient up. Again on these heavy weapon teams, the warp flamethrower and the poison wind water, you can see it worked super nice on these. So these guys probably took less than 3 minutes to paint up, really. I do still actually want to add a little bit to the flame here. I think there's not much there, so I'm thinking of a really super quick way just to go back and do that. But you can really see this was one of probably the nicest examples of, you've got this darkness at the bottom, and then it brings up to this lightness, and that is just such a nice natural look on the battlefield. We can say that it's done the same here. Just really super simple, very effective, and I think these are fantastic little models. I think they've got a lot of potential. Then we have one of the characters. So this was the Warplock Engineer, exactly the same, couple of differences. So I did do a little bit of edge highlighting, so you can just see on his armour here, because I wanted to do him with silver armour, but just pick him out a little bit more than the rest. So I just did a couple of bits of edge highlighting on his armour there, but really the rest of him was just done in the exact same really super quick dry brushing manner. So this chappie, Packmaster, he was done again very quickly, and this actually highlighted one of the big things that doing that Ushabti bone final layer of brown after once you've put in the colours. So obviously, as I reiterate, dark brown went down, and then the Mornifrang brown went on the top 2/3 of this chap, and then I quickly went over, painted this whole thing in lead belcher, and then I just went with some Wazdaka red and painted in these little crystals. And then when I put that Ushabti bone over the whole sort of top of the model, it gave quite a nice sort of natural highlight to these crystals, and they just look fantastic. I couldn't have done it better myself, to be honest with you. Well, I did do it myself, but I couldn't have done it, you know, highlighting with a brush better than that. Again, so super simple model, blends really nicely into the rest of the army. And last but certainly not least is our Warlord. It didn't come out quite as well as, say, the Warplock Engineer. That's because I wanted to try and doing all of his armour red, just to make him stand out a little bit more. I did do a bit of edge highlighting on the armour here. It was lost a little bit with that Ushabti bone at the end, but I'm very, very happy with this guy. He blends very, very nicely into the army, but he's on a slightly bigger base, raised up with the brighter colours, so he does stand out as that Warlord. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting these guys fielded. I mean, I want to get another set, but it's looking very, very difficult. Keeps going out of stock, so we'll see. But more clan rats will definitely be added to this. If you guys are interested in a bit more of a detailed tutorial on how to, you know, dry brush up your armies super quickly, I'd probably be willing in the future to get another half of this set and, you know, take you guys through that, because it is a super quick process, and it's pretty much revolutionised the hobby a little bit for me, because my big struggle has always been getting things painted, and this is just a way of getting a really simply painted tabletop army ready in an evening that, you know, looks great. So yeah, I'll roll through some bit more detailed pictures for you guys at the end of this, so make sure to stick around for that. That's all from me for now. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to give it a like, comment and subscribe, and most importantly, have fun.